You watch In the News Tonight. His Majesty the King observes an exercise carried out by the Civil Defense Directorate. His Majesty reiterates in a phone call with the British Prime Minister the need to reach an immediate and lasting ceasefire in Gaza. And Israeli occupation forces commit 5 massacres against Palestinians in Gaza, killing at least 48 civilians. Good evening, I'm Samah Talala. His Majesty King Abdullah, the Supreme Commander of the Jordan Armed Forces Arab Army, observed a civil defense exercise via live broadcast from the Operations and Control Building at the Public Security Directorate. The King praised the outstanding performance and high professionalism of the participants in the exercise. King Abdullah also expressed pride in public security personnel and his appreciation for their efforts to maintain the security and safety of citizens and provide them with needed services. The participants dealt with scenarios simulating natural risks resulting from climate change, including rescue and evacuation operations of stranded people from valleys using trained teams and specialized machinery and equipment. His Majesty King Abdullah received a phone call from British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak, which covered current developments in the region. King Abdullah reiterated his call on the international community to step up efforts to reach an immediate and lasting ceasefire in Gaza to mitigate the humanitarian catastrophe. The King warned of the dangerous consequences of the Israeli attack on Rafah. His Majesty stressed the need to protect civilians in Gaza and ensure the delivery of humanitarian aid to the Strip. He also pointed to the importance of continuing support to the UNRWA to enable it to provide humanitarian services in accordance with its UN mandate. The Jordan Armed Forces Arab Army, in cooperation with 4 other countries, carried out 8 airdrops of aid into the northern Gaza Strip. The operation involved the participation of 1 aircraft from the Royal Jordanian Air Force, 4 from the United States, 1 craft from Egypt, and 1 from Germany and 1 from Britain. The army has conducted 86 airdrops since the start of the Israeli war on Gaza Strip, in addition to 203 airdrops that were conducted by the army in collaboration with allied nations. Over to the Gaza Strip, where Israeli occupation forces committed 5 massacres against Palestinians over the last 24 hours, killing at least 48 civilians. More than 79 Palestinians have also been wounded. Medical sources confirmed that the Palestinian death toll from Israel's ongoing onslaught has risen to over 34,100 and close to 77,000 Palestinians have been injured. Meanwhile, rescue and medical crews retrieved the bodies of over 50 victims buried by the Israeli army in a mass grave in Nasser Medical Complex in Khan Yunis in February. And in the occupied West Bank, 2 Palestinian young men were shot dead by Israeli occupation forces at the village of Beit Ainun, northeast of Hebron. The Israeli military claimed the 2 men attempted to stab and shoot troops near the village. Today's raids come after at least 14 people were killed in 3 days of incursions into Nur Shams refugee camp in Tul Karim. Meanwhile, the occupation forces raided a number of West Bank cities and arrested 28 Palestinians. That's it for tonight. Thanks for joining us.